Thursday, January 6, 2022, 8 days after a lightning bolt struck this tree, which was not assessed until a couple days later. But the lightning bolt hit about 60 feet up in the tree, splintering the tree as it came down. I think the impact point was about there. And then you can see the top of the tree is not that much further up, but the strike came down, shedded bark. Most of the bark has been returned. This is fresh pine straw. But the bolt came down and found our underground Spectrum cable that services our home and then traveled two ways. The first way it traveled was to what's called the tap, which is covered by a green pedestal. And then it traveled underground the other way, the cable other way to our house on the other side. We'll show you that in a minute. But once the lightning traveled underground this way, the main effects, it hit the pedestal and blew it apart into, I don't know, at least 50 pieces. In fact, even 8 days later, Spectrum has not replaced the green pedestal covering the tap, although they have repaired the line damage and buried a new cable underground servicing our home. Pedestal debris was showered as far as about a football field, back about where that white truck is parked now, and then up to our front yard, with small pieces on the steps of our front porch, and then smaller pieces up past our driveway. The distance is about a football field. So then the lightning, as I said, after it came down the tree, we'll backtrack to where it came down the tree. And by the way, it knocked out our downstairs HVAC system, which is inside the crawl space. It knocked out this GFCI, knocked out the irrigation control, knocked out half the valves, which are in these boxes, these two boxes here and here, which, as you can see, are just feet from the base of the tree. And then the other way is apparent that the lightning went underground with our Spectrum cable, which was under where I'm walking now, is we have a long cable drop, as you can tell from the tap to the side of the house. You put thicker RJ11 down because of the long run, but the lightning traveled this way and found, this is all again fresh pine straw just put down yesterday, but found a ground lug here. It left some extra pine straw and blew this crater. This crater's been filled in. It used to be about a foot deep and 3 feet wide, right in front of the gas meter. I'll have to put in a bag of soil there to fill that eventually. But then it found our former cable box, blew it off the house, and blew the former cable line off and left a big scorch mark. And then of course it did component level damage, oven, Christmas tree, several other components inside the house. And then homes within about a 500 feet radius had some damage. The Maloofs lost all of their uplighting. The Narrows lost damage to several component equipment and in their house, and pool equipment in their back. Some of the features aren't working correctly. This house over here has damage to their features in their pool pump and pool equipment, as does these houses at the end of this street. They have component and other damage inside their home, most likely from the electromagnetic pulse from the lightning bolt. And then of course this home right here, the Sims, whose tree's in their yard, and this home is vacant. I called the owner last night because they were not informed of the lightning strike, but now they are. So it's undetermined what damage they have. Fortunately, they cleaned out all their electronics and the house is vacated, but they may have appliance damage. That's it.